Peace and divine light, family. I've been asked a beautiful and sincere question, which I'm going to answer. Where are our ancestors? What are they doing? Are they in bodies or are they just spirit? Are they in heaven or are they in another space and time altogether? Well, sit tight with me. And today I want to go deeper than I did last night in our last video, because this question touches the very core of who we are and the lies we've been told about life, death, and eternity. First thing, let me tell you this truth. There is no such thing as death. Death, as we've been taught, is an illusion. We are spirit having a human experience, not humans trying to become spirit. See, when the body stops, the spirit transitions, but it does not end, because the spirit, the soul, is who you truly are that animates the body. In African cosmology, we say we are in the land of the dying, going to the land of the living. What you and I are experiencing right now, this material plane, is temporary. The realm of the spirit is eternal and forever. Our soul is an eternal flame. So the question that begs to be answered, so where are our ancestors now? Well, beloved, they exist in what many traditions call the ancestral realm, the spirit world, or some might choose to call it heaven. But understand this, it is not a faraway place in the clouds. It is a dimension interwoven within our own, moving beyond linear time. So powerful to even just contemplate this. Think of it like a radio frequency or radio frequencies. Right now, multiple stations are broadcasting at once. You can't hear them all at once, but they're all there. And the ancestors live on a frequency higher than ours, but still connected. And when we tune in through prayer, through meditation, through ancestral veneration, through dreams, through rituals, we align our dial to hear them clearly in their frequency. Now, the question came up also, do they still have bodies or are they just spirit? Well, beloved, once the spirit leaves this earthly shell, it no longer needs the weight and burden and limitations of flesh. We then have a spirit body, if you will. Our ancestors are now pure energy, but energy never dies, it transforms. And always remember, spirit can take form if it chooses. That's why our ancestors show up in dreams and visions, in the whispers of your intuition. It is them taking body form so that you can see and hear their guidance. Sometimes they even re-enter the family line through a newborn child, carrying their essence forward. That's why in many of our communities, in our tradition, a baby may be named after an ancestor, a grandmother or grandfather. And it is because the elders could see in that child spiritually that they had the spirit, the characteristics of that ancestor, and their spirit had returned back in that bloodline. And that is continuity. That is eternal life. So what are they doing now? Let's tackle that question. Beloved, they are not simply floating around doing nothing. They're working, they're guiding, they're protecting. The ancestors are interceding for us with the great spirit of all the earth. They're opening roads for us. They're blocking dangers, seen and unseen. They're whispering wisdom into our hearts. So when you suddenly feel warned not to go down a certain path, or you've gotten a nudge in your spirit to make a bold decision, that very might be, very well, your ancestors working on your behalf. They are evolving in spirit, just as you and I are evolving in this earthly existence, in the flesh. And just as you and I are students in this school of life, they too continue to learn and advancing in the realm of the spirit land. Now, I'm aware that colonized religion told us that once a person dies, they're either asleep, gone, or waiting in some far-off heaven on Judgment Day. But beloved, our African wisdom teaches us that as long as we call their name, keep their memory alive, as long as we honor them, they too live forever with us. That's why ancestor veneration is so important to us, to everyone. To be remembered is to be alive. To be forgotten is the only true death. And this is why pouring libations, altar work, prayers, petitions, and remembrance matter, beloved. You are not worshiping your ancestors, as people love to call it, but you are communing with family who walked before you and who still walk with you even now. So hear me clearly, beloved. You got to know that your ancestors are not dead. They are alive in the realm of the spirit. They are active in your life. They are present. And when you honor them, when you speak to them, when you remember them, when you light that candle in their honor, you activate a river of power, wisdom, protection, guidance that belongs to you because it is your divine birthright. Beloveds, don't let anyone strip you of this truth. You are never alone. You walk with a cloud of witnesses, with a council of elders, with generations of power flowing through your veins and your DNA. My. Let me leave you with this poem that I often say when I'm conducting memorial services or ancestor veneration rituals or ceremonies. And the name of this poem is We Remember Them. And I want you to take this, and when you're at your ancestor altar, say this poem, look it up, and use this integrated with your practices. And it goes like this: at the rising of the sun and at the going of the same, we remember them. At the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. At the opening of the buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. At the blueness of the skies and in the warmth of summer, we remember them. At the rustling of the leaves, and in the beauty of the autumn, we remember them. At the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. As long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When, when we have decisions and questions that are difficult to make, we remember them. And when we have joy we crave to share, we remember them. When we have accomplished things and have made achievements that are based on theirs, we remember them. For as long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. Ashe, ashe, oh ashe. Beloved, if this teaching has opened something sacred within you, I invite you to go deeper with us at the Soul Awakening Sanctuary Movement, which is our spiritual digital community where we are awakening the minds of the world, one mind at a time. Or you can book a prophetic reading or spiritual consultation with me and let us walk this way, this highway of liberation and ancestral reclamation together. As the ancestors guide you personally through spirit. The Conscious Oracle here, Archbishop Veronica Yisrael. Till next time, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, share, repost, and spread the truth to all the world. Peace and divine light, family. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Mwah. Love you lots. Till next time.